I'm going to try to make this video evergreen, but I am making some videos today from the 14th Annual Bridge Conference here at the lovely Gaylord National Harbor in Maryland. And one of the speakers I had the pleasure of meeting and listening to today was regarding a very interesting fundraising platform using gaming. And he's with me right now. This is Mark Almanzor. He is the manager of development systems for Doctors Without Borders, in itself a very impressive and well-known nonprofit. So I was interested to hear what he had to say, and he agreed kindly to have a little interview with me today and talk about how live streaming can be used to raise funds for a nonprofit and how he's done it through Doctors Without Borders. So, okay, take it away, Mark.
Well, hello, everybody. Thank you very much for the introduction. Yeah, so basically live streaming, what makes it such a great platform is the very instantaneous interaction you can achieve with not just a streamer, but your donors as well. You don't have to wait 2 weeks for a letter to come back after you send in your check. As soon as a donation comes in, instant engagement.
Pretty cool.
It is. It's I think appealing particularly to this generation who crave that instant gratification. But beyond fundraising, live streaming is also a great way to build community. And engaging donors, especially at this demographic, so early, in their lives, I think it's a long-term benefit to your organization.
I think that's a fabulous point, because we know that, or at least some statistics have told us, that the younger donor, the millennial, the pre-millennial, may not have a whole lot of money to donate, but when you've got thousands of them giving $10, $20, $30, that adds up.
Absolutely. And if I may talk about our recent event.
Yes.
So last month, Doctors Without Borders ran their annual fundraising, live stream fundraising event called Summer Games Done Quick. It's an event where people play video games really fast for a week. And we set a record $3 million just in that week. And the average donation was $60.
Unbelievable. And you said that this event you've been doing every year has been only going up in the past 3 years,
Absolutely,
correct?
yes.
And now you've surpassed or met 3 million.
Last year, we raised, 2 years ago, we raised 1.7 million. Last year, it was 2.1. Now it's just over 3.
And how many donors, I can't do the math right now, but it's an average gift of $60. How many donors, approximately, in your head?
There were at least 30,000 donors.
30,000 donors. So that just goes to tell you that the power of gaming and people who are in that space are philanthropic. They do like to give. And me, as a traditional fundraiser, have no idea how to set sort of something like that up, but Mark does. And other organizations are using it as well, right? You mentioned there are other organizations that have had some success with this.
Yes, indeed. The ones I can mention are Extra Life, which is the Children's Miracle Network hospitals, the St. Jude's Children's Hospital, Doctors Without Borders, Prevent Cancer Foundation, and Direct Relief are the top 5 live stream fundraising organizations.
Wow. So the different channels they use, or the most popular one is known as Twitch, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And you mentioned a former client of mine, Able Gamers Foundation.
Yes.
So how are you connected with them?
So I belong to several charity stream teams. It's a group of streamers who just want to raise money for organizations. And we worked with Able Gamers a few months ago, and we were very successful in raising money for them.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really great. Let's see what other questions I have. So I think some of my viewers might want to know, is Twitch and then the fundraising platforms behind it that you might talk about, are they easy to set up?
Relatively so, yes.
Relatively so.
The only nuances are in the details, but overall, both Tiltify and Donor Drive are the 2 biggest fundraising softwares that we use with streaming. They make it very easy to integrate their software. The only thing you might want to consider is the data that comes back.
I see.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to capture donor data for your regular fundraising database, that may not even be a possibility, because all you might have is just some gamer name and the dollar amount.
That's correct.
Okay, not even like an email address or...
Email address is, you're more likely to get an email address
okay.
than you
Well,
are
that's
to get
not bad.
like a real name.
So you can actually grow your email list that way
Absolutely.
too. Okay,
Yeah,
that's good to know.
Yep. The thing to note too is that people have to opt in or
Yes,
opt out.
right.
But the ones that opt in, you can totally harvest that email to cultivate them going forward. Another thing I do with Doctors Without Borders is I created a field in our database to store the Twitch names.
Nice. Very smart. Custom field. Yep, you got to
Exactly.
do that because now if that's a segment,
Yes.
you want to be able to run reports in segments,
Yes.
right?
To know not just who raised money for us, but who gave.
Who gave? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow. So there's people who are team leaders and that raise, and then there's their friends who are in the teams, that
Exactly.
sort of thing. That's fascinating. I'm like, this is like mind blowing for this old lady. I've never, this is like way new, like
But that's what I love is that the concept.
21st century fundraising.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, though. A lot of the concepts aren't necessarily new.
Right.
As you alluded to, there are teams and friends of the team leaders. It's just like any other P2P.
I was just about to say, it's just another form of P2P.
That's right. It's the application and platform are new.
And for those who don't know what P2P means, it's peer-to-peer
Peer-to-peer,
fundraising,
yes.
which is,
Sorry for the lingo.
No, it's okay. We can use the lingo. We can clarify because some of our viewers may not be as astute in the language.
Yes.
But I found your session really informative. I know
you.
we met briefly before the session, and I said, this is something I should know something about and share with my clients and future clients. And you can be followed on LinkedIn.
Yes.
People can reach out to you through LinkedIn.
Definitely.
His name, I'll probably have it under the video, but it's M-A-R-C, Mark Almanzor, A-L-M-A-N-Z-O-R. And this will be all over my channels as well. So you all know where to find me. If you can't find Mark, you can find me, and I can hook you up with Mark. So thanks for sitting with us through this lengthy interview, and thank you for being with us today, Mark.
Absolutely.
Thank you
You're
for
very
your
welcome.
information.
Of course.
And
Happy to do so.
more videos to come soon. Thanks, everyone. Bye.